Welcome to Free Humanity live here at the Bournemouth Sevens. This place is really and it's run by this man right here. He made it all happen. Tell us, how did you make this really awful, quiet place happen?
Yeah, well, it's been running now 17 years, so it's just an idea sitting on a beach with a mate over a couple of beers in 2008, seeing that there wasn't a music festival anywhere in the world. Gave it a go and just been at it every single day for the last 17 years.
And a member of my team told me yesterday that this is one of the few remaining independent festivals in the country right now. So how have you kept it going for so long?
And also, how much would you sell it for?
To you?
Well, yeah, okay, I'll buy it.
You give me 20 mil, you can have it.
20 mil? That sounds like a lot of work.
That's kept you quiet.
No, I'm just thinking about it. I'd like to see the numbers. Maybe. I like it. Actually, I do like it as a get people together. There's a community thing here.
It's an amazing community.
Worth a lot more than 20 million. And what actually, think it's cheap.
And what the community is sport.
Yeah.
Sport is the community and the hotbed of what this festival is about. And then you have another huge crowd coming in for the party and the festival and all the festival arenas.
I actually think the best businesses in the world don't want to sell at all, which is how you really feel, right? You don't really want to sell it. I think the best businesses in the world do that. But there must have been people who come along and try to make this not independent, because they're all part of a chain now, most of them, like everything in this world.
Well, what normally happens with promoters, they put on two big acts early doors, they realise they'll lose £500,000 or 750 grand in year one. Then year two, they might lose 500 grand. Then they're thinking, shit, I'm panicking. Can someone come and invest in this? Then they'll dilute their shares to 50%. Then the following year down to 10%. Before you know it, they're kicked out, and one of the mega companies in the UK will own it and take it on from there.
So, just quickly, how did you manage to not make that happen? What did you do differently to not fall into that trap of debt and having to get investors?
I've never borrowed any money. And when you don't borrow any money, you really look after your money.
I love that, by the way. It's so opposite to what everyone else says. Everyone says borrow money, raise money. That's not the best way to build a business, is it? There's a way to get a new boss. That's how it is.
There's all this stuff out there going, you should be in debt. It's good for your credit card score. What a load of old tosh.
Yeah.
Don't get in any debt. Yeah. No debt. The only debt that I think people should get into, or the one worthwhile, is owning your own home. Yeah. That's the only one. But on cars and this, on everything on tick and
well, even then, if you can, don't try to buy the house cash. That's what I did.
Yeah, but no one's got cash, mate.
But once you make a business like this work,
yeah, but once
once
you've made your money, you can go and buy it. But you're in your 50s. Anyone?
Early 40s.
But anyone in their 20s and 30s, it takes time to earn money.
Don't buy a house when you're young anyway. You don't need it. You want to build something you love, build a business that generates cash flow.
You've got to build something you absolutely adore. Like, I just love this. Sport mixed with business, mixed with music, mixed with partying, mixed with bringing people together and putting smiles on people's faces.
Well, you put your face everywhere all around here. That'll put a lot of smile on a lot of people's faces, won't it? Your face is everywhere.
Mate, your boat is everywhere. Everywhere I turn, your boat's popping up.
I'm trying. My face is nowhere around here, though. I need to get next year. I'll sponsor some billboards. They'll be right next to yours. I'll do an image of picking your nose or something, you know. But like, you guys wanna jump in?
Yeah. So as you've kept it independent, how much risk is it on you every year?
Loads of risk, but I do nothing different.
Give us a number. What's the downside if it doesn't work? What do you lose?
£2 million plus.
£2 million now. Now you got it in the bank in case. If it rained today, it's down.
Fine. Right? Everyone's bought their tickets.
But then there's no bar. The money really comes, doesn't it, from the additional items?
Once the people bought the tickets, they come in. If the rain doesn't stop anything, it creates a different vibe. But if it was chunking with rain, you get the vibe of people turning up in jackets and hats and wellies. And we've been really lucky over the last 17 years with the weather here.
Would that not affect the next year's sales, though? If everyone's on a good vibe this weekend and they've had a good time and they're thinking about buying a ticket for next year, is that not going to affect it if it's rained the previous year?
No, it hasn't. No, it won't. We've got a really good product. We've got a really good brand, and we create an amazing atmosphere that people leave here and just want to come back for more. They've got 3 days to let their hair down for 72 hours, forget about all the troubles in their life and what's going on in their world, to then come down here, have fun, and leave, save up for next year.
What I find really interesting about this festival is most festivals, people only go for the lineup, and how good or bad the lineup is affects whether people go. But I mean, you guys have some amazing headliners now, but I mean, people come here because they love the vibe, right? Like, this place is known. And how did you manage to build something like that?
Well, it was important for me from day one to be the industry mould. The industry model was, if you own a festival, you've got to put a lineup on of 500 grand, 300 grand, 700 grand, £1 million for the lineup. Then you've got to sell a load of tickets. I wanted to make sure I created an amazing experience. It took me 8 or 9 years before I put on an act. 10 years before I put on a big act, or a fairly big act. You know, I wanted to build the loyalty from the crowd. They keep coming back because of the experience, because they've got 12 different arenas to go and party in and have fun in. You know, and then what we've done, what we've done about 4 or 5 years ago, we added a big act, but we sold all the tickets out before we announced the big act. So anyone who bought the tickets saw a cherry on. It was like, oh, the promoter Dodge is.
That's the undersell. That's actually a brilliant lesson.
Yeah,
Like, the undersell is like people then get extra, as opposed to like we've got this, and then people come in disappointed.
They bought their tickets, cherry on the top. Oh, by the way, examples, players. Everyone's like, oh my god, this is amazing.
The other thing that I think you've done here, and correct me if I'm wrong, if it's not another angle that people could learn from, is like you built this event on top of an existing event. So there's already a sporting event happening here, which you don't have to organise, right? But it's already attracting a certain group of people, no? Explain that bit then. Explain that bit to me. Wasn't it already a Sevens event going on here?
There was nothing here.
There was no sporting event today.
There was nothing here, no.
So you created a sporting event too?
Well, it's a sport and music festival, of course. Yeah.
I actually didn't understand that. I thought the actual sporting event was done by this sports club.
No. We hire 67 acres of land that you have to build a mini town on.
Right.
It takes 2 weeks to build the site. There's nothing here, and then we bring in mini hospitals. We bring in all the referees, 150, 200 bar staff, 150 security, 30 police, masseuses.
Because Rugby Sevens is a brand in itself. I have a story around this myself out of Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Rugby Sevens. The Rugby Sevens is a brand, that whole thing. But it's not in any way connected to that. So it's completely your own brand for the sporting event.
Nothing to do with anyone.
Right, wow, that's also, I didn't quite connect that bit.
Nothing to do with anyone.
I thought this was
We created an idea of creating a sport and music festival. All around the UK, there's loads of music festivals, 100 plus music festivals in the UK at the moment. Sport and music, it was a niche market that I thought, sporting background, with my promoting, with me being well connected, let's create a sport and music festival. And then 17 years on, we're here today.
Would you ever do it somewhere else? Like, why not repeat it? By the way, the little logo fell off. We're amateur hour around here, mate.
It doesn't matter.
You know, millionaires and their mics, look. We're like, yeah.
What's the question again, Si?
Wouldn't you repeat this? Why not? You've done so well with this, why not do it, 3 or 4 other locations?
No interest.
Is it
protects what we've got? You've got to remember there's a summer period, you've got a 12-week period where people have got 12 weeks to go and party in the summer in the UK because the weather's better.
Right.
I wouldn't want to go and repeat this in Cardiff or London or anywhere else. It would allow people to choose. If they knew Dodge was putting on Cardiff Sevens or London Sevens, it gives them an option. They won't go to Bournemouth Sevens one year and go, come, let's go and check out Cardiff Sevens.
But if you don't create your own competition, won't someone do that?
Yeah, we've had 11 or 12 people trying to compete with us.
They've all gone out of business.
Why do you win?
There's none around.
Right. Why do they go out of business? Because of the debt thing you just mentioned?
Well, the debt things. They think they come here and go, we can replicate that. This takes time. This takes a lot. You've got to know marketing. You've got to be a promoter. You've got to be well connected to pull all this together. Right. You can't just expect to go and put on everything and put an act on and expect people to turn up. It doesn't happen like that.
So tell us about Erreflow, like from your side, this young man who has a dream to be a DJ. What do you think of all that?
I think it's really good what you're doing, really, mate. I think what you're doing and putting yourself out there, and you ruffle a few feathers here and there, but I love that. I absolutely love it. You're doing good for the community. You're doing good, making people feel good about themselves and realising you don't have to be stuck in some piss boring job just because your mum and dad told you to go and do it, or just because that's what society is. You go and do school, you go to uni, then you go and sit as a little number, like in a chicken feed, working for one of the big banks. Why is it so many of those people working in the banks and now want to become entrepreneurs? Because they realise they're stuck. They realise they're working for someone they don't enjoy. They realise they've got a boss that they don't like. Being an entrepreneur gives you freedom to do what you want, when you want. But there's a caveat to that. Being an entrepreneur will be the hardest thing you will ever do in your life, and 80% of them will crash and burn if you don't do something you love.
I genuinely think being a parent is harder. I'm a parent. I find that harder. I find not letting my son down, being there for him, educating him properly, not fucking up a life, 10 times harder than running a company.
If you don't do something you love, though, you said. So.
If I can't. You know what? It's not about making money either. It is about just so many people are not doing what they love.
Agree.
They could be.
But again, I go back to it, Simon. It's not about making money, but you've made your money.
Yes.
So it's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, but I ran a lot of businesses that didn't make money, and I did it just to get the experience and to learn.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Many businesses I started, like my gardening company, didn't make money when it rained. I've lost a lot of money in my life. I've had a lot of failures. But I wouldn't take out the failures. I think they're also fun.
I don't see anything as a failure, if I'm honest with you. I see it as tweaking. I'm constantly tweak. There's a massive thing out there, you must fail to succeed. I don't agree with that whatsoever. All you're doing is tweaking. You only fail when you stop.
Well
when you
said.
stop and goes, it hasn't worked. Okay, you can see that's a failure, but the learnings you get from that one, you'll be a success in your next business.
What do you think about failing next? I mean, I'm searching out failure these days. I've launched a platform to compete with LinkedIn. I'm kind of excited it might fail. I don't think it will, but I also don't mind. How do you seek out failure now?
I don't like failure.
I'll put it another way. How do you seek out the experience and grow? What's the next big thing for you?
The next big thing is protecting what we've got. You know, what's enough? What is enough? I've got enough.
I think, by the way, I'm going to answer for you. You've gone out there and built a whole podcast platform.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a risk. That's new work.
Yeah.
So you are doing something. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Once you've learned to do it, once you've learned to use that risk muscle, it's actually a boring life if you don't use it anymore.
Yeah, agree.
So you're not doing nothing. You're not just protecting what you've got.
No. I've got what I've got. I've got my podcast. I've got my festival, and I've got my online education business, getting people into the festival world.
But that's all. The podcast stuff's all new, right? Well, you're learning how to do that.
We're learning how to do it completely. I didn't have a clue what I was doing with the podcast, but you learn bloody quickly. But because it helps, it's helped me being a podcaster because of the contacts that I've got, and that's built up over time.
So the symbolism for me for free humanity is you have to keep working at being free.
Yeah.
Because, yes, it's a privileged position to have money, but in itself, once you've made a little... Middle class is the biggest trap for people.
Yeah, agree.
People that get middle class money, a house with a mortgage and a car on finance, they've got enough of a life. That's a real trap. But it can happen even to successful entrepreneurs.
But that middle class is linking now with the lower class because the gap in equality is becoming huge. The rich are getting richer and the middle class are blending in. Yeah, because that middle class who used to have 200-300 quid at the end of the month to go and have some fun haven't got that anymore. They're getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, and they're unhappy in their job, and they've got no money at the end of the month because everything's on tick.
Yeah, totally.
You got a house, you got a car on tick to show your neighbours you got a nice car just to impress the Joneses. It's all bullshit.
Totally. Now tonight we have Erreflow, Mr. Venezuela, going on stage, singing to thousands of people. First of all, I want to say, DJing to thousands of people. First of all, I want to say thank you for giving him a chance. I know this platform here is your baby, and you protect it with your life, and that's quite right. You've given him a chance, and I can't thank you enough, man.
My pleasure.
And if he does well tonight, we're going to hire him to come and play at an event we're organising for all the people that we've helped, all the dreamers that we've helped. We're doing an event in Wembley for him, for all the dreamers. First of all, we're going to give him some money tonight. I'm going to give him... Is he here? Where is Erreflow? Is he here? No. Okay, I don't want him to hear, but he's struggling for money. He can't pay his rent at the moment. He's not making ends meet. We're going to give him some money tonight if he does a good job.
Go for it.
I think what I'd like though, and maybe another way to put it is, can you tell me tonight if he's done a good job? Like I want your. I'm not an expert on DJs. I want your feedback. Your deciding vote will be whether or not we give him the money, because for me it's quite important that we. Hey, do you? Come and pitch it there in 5 minutes. Wait. Do you know what's important? I don't want to give people false hope. Yeah. Right? I think it's quite important. Earlier, you were joking with me that I need to lose some weight. You know what? I actually consider that a real friend that tells you that.
100%.
You know? And I want to have the same
100%.
idea when it comes to helping people with their dreams. Yeah. If someone can't sing, there's no point in me giving them money to become a singer. Yeah. You know, like I don't want to give people false hope, and I want to help people have a life that's actually possible, and that means being blunt and honest sometimes. Like 100%. You were with me earlier, Simon. You're getting a bit fat. You need it. So I actually genuinely...
Tough love. But people don't like tough love.
I want some tough love for him tonight. Yeah. I'm feeling in my heart I want him to make it so bad. We all do. All the team, all the people involved in this. Like, but I need your honest
I'll give you my honest opinion.
Yeah?
Of course I will.
And then if you give the thumbs up, we're going to give him some money. We're going to hire him. Yeah. But I don't want him to go on that track if you don't think he can do it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so for the audience, someone that's stuck in the middle class or the lower class that wants to put on a festival, or they have a dream to become a DJ, or they found something they love that they want to get out of it, what would either of you guys say is like the first step to making it happen?
You've got plenty of hours in a day. Leave your work and start doing your homework. Get on the internet, start doing your homework, finding out who's what. Become an expert. Become obsessed with what you want to do. But a lot of people go, yeah, I want to do it, but they don't put the energy in. You've got to put the graft in. And the way the world is at the moment, I think the next generation coming through, I love Gen Zs, but we need a bit of grit. Yeah, we need a bit of grit. We grew up with grit. Yeah. You know, I want to see a bit of grit. Yeah, yeah. And as soon as when you start putting the hours in, you start piling the hours in, success happens.
So how do you get that grit? If you're someone in Gen Z, maybe you're a little bit comfortable. How do you get that grit?
Comfortable is the worst thing to anyone ever to be. Even if you're a multi-millionaire, being comfortable is still the worst thing to ever be. Yeah. You want to wake up every day feeling uncomfortable. But the key to it is, can you be happy being uncomfortable? I love being uncomfortable. And when I'm uncomfortable, I'm happy.
Yeah. How do you get uncomfortable?
I put myself in uncomfortable positions. business, take huge risks, start podcasting, start doing things live and get uncomfortable, start talking on stages. That's uncomfortable, but I've got to experience it to go, am I happy feeling uncomfortable? Yeah, I am. Happy days, I can grow.
Yeah, by the way, when you took me around last night, this whole site, every single spot we went to, there was another new risk you took each year. 100 grand on this stand, 100 grand on that stand. Every year, even though you could have just made money and not improved the experience, you kept putting down again and again and again. And I think that's the thing people don't realise. They don't understand. They see what you've got, maybe they're, I want this. But it is about every single day putting yourself there and taking a risk, right?
Yep.
And I think for young people, I don't know what you think of this, Dodge. I actually think people need to act like they're homeless, like stop relying on their parents to give them a room and give them food and start realising that,
or parents stop giving them food and free rent.
Parents won't do it.
I know they won't, but if parents have got a bit of tough love, it's like, get yourself out there, show some grit. If they show the grit, like what they say about the third generation taking over a business. The first generation, like if you grow a business, I've grown a business, I'm going to pass this on to my boy. He'll grow it even more. He'll pass it on to his boy, he'll grow it more. The third generation is the ones who are super lazy, just want the money and ruin the business.
Yeah, well,
how mad's that?
They should just say you're not having a business unless you prove yourself.
Yeah.
And I've always said I'm not leaving my son any of my money.
Yeah.
And I don't want him growing up thinking.
I reckon you're going to spend all your money on this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to put it all on this. Yeah,
give it to Jack.
That's not a bad idea.
Give half your money to Jack.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I won't mind.
Yeah, all right.
Cheers, mate.
I genuinely think that parents should cut their kids off.
Yeah.
Like my mum kicked me out at 15. She didn't do it to help me, but she did by accident.
Yeah.
Because from that moment onwards, I was like, I have to make it work. There's no choice.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you get up and do it.
Yeah.
It makes you not stop because you really haven't got a choice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you are homeless.
Yeah.
So that you have to make it happen.
Yeah. Well, Dodge, thank you so much, man.
Nice one,
Congratulations on putting on such an amazing festival. Thank you for letting us come have a stand. Thank you for hosting Erreflow. You guys have got a team of 8, and what you've done just for us in the last couple of weeks, making all this happen, and let alone Erreflow, and putting on this whole thing is so impressive. So appreciate it a lot.
That's the key, right? If you build an amazing team around you, it makes you look better. It makes everything run smoothly. Everyone gets looked after. It's just a win-win all round. But the team is key.
I'm trying to hire your team, mate. I'm trying to hire him.
You can fuck right off with that.
I got my own, but yeah.
I'll start poaching these lot.
One last
Jack likes Bournemouth.
Give us a mega clip, right? You're getting really good at this short form stuff now, right? Give us a crazy clip that we can put up. What would you say that most people don't think is true that's true? Give us a crazy clip.
Being an entrepreneur, people think it's just you. It's not. The entrepreneur's the front man. It's the team around you that make you look good. You cannot do it. There's no entrepreneur who does anything by themselves.
So you start off, you want to say, I'm the most successful entrepreneur in the world. I did it all on my own. That's the beginning of the clip. Say that.
No.
I'll do it, right? I am the most successful entrepreneur I know, and I did it all on my own. It's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. It's impossible to do it on your own. No one's self-made. People that put in their bio, self-made millionaires, I fucking block those people. Because if you think you did it on your own, you're a fucking liar at worst, or at best, an idiot. It's impossible to do it on your own. You're like a handsome, more fit version of me, you know that? You're just like, yeah, you're going to be bigger than me, mate, because you got a 6-pack and I've got a 1-pack.
You've got a 1 keg.
But you're fucking awesome.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you for being you, man. And thanks for letting us be here, these guys.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You're all gentlemen. You've got a great team as well.
Yeah, appreciate
Good man.
Man.
Cheers, boys.
Right, cool.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you.
I was going to swear. What a night, boys.
What a flipping weekend.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Erreflow from a maid unemployed in Bournemouth Gardens, meeting Simon, meeting the team, meeting Dodge, giving him an amazing opportunity, to last night performing to so many people, literally chanting one more song at the end.
Mate, if you think about it, like we were in Bournemouth on that day in the park when he was in the park after doing a podcast with Dodge. It was fresh in the mind. Festival, let's get him on, make the follow-up happen. Yeah, it's so cool.
I have to say, I was a little bit apprehensive as to how he'd perform in front of a big crowd at a big event like this. But I think he killed it. I mean, I personally was dancing all night and I was having a wild time.
The tunes were really good. Yeah.
100%. And he's just, you know, he said it was the best day of his life. He's so humble as well. Like he's clearly has a hard time, but he's so willing to put the work in. He knows what his dream is, and he takes every opportunity that's put in front of him, which I think that's half of becoming successful to me, is just being able to take these opportunities.
It's such a pleasure to help this guy, because he's so grateful. It just makes it even better for us who are like trying to help these people's dreams come true, when he's so proactive and on it, and he's keen, and he's replying to all the comments in the Instagram this morning and stuff like that. Like, it just makes it so much easier to help him, but such a pleasure as well. You know?
And his wife there to support him.
Yeah,
throughout.
that's sweet.
Yeah, really cute. Like, just there, happy, supporting. Yeah, I could tell she was getting emotional towards the end as well. And the crowd at the end loved it, picking Erreflow up in the air. That's got to be
iconic.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to remember that for a long time. I think he's going to remember that for a very, very long time. And it's just so cool being able to do what we do, you know, like we have to help people in a big way, have fun while we do it, come to these amazing events. And I find it amazing, you know, when you take a step back, like how easy it is to kind of bend reality, make an impact on someone's life, and hopefully thousands of lives through content for the better, just by asking someone, you know, what's your dream, or what do you want to do? How can I help you? That's all it was, one simple question. And look at all the knock-on effects of that, that's kind of made an impact to making his dream come true, let alone, you know, the tens and tens of millions of people that watch his story. You know, if just a few of you like get inspired by him, you know, I consider that an amazing job well done by us. And to be honest, it's not hard. It's not hard.
It's so special as well. Like, I think regardless of what Erreflow goes on to do, I think he's going to smash it. He's got more gigs booked in for some decent fees as well. So he's going to go on. But regardless of what happens, he will always remember that night, and he will always be able to say to his grandkids, I performed at Bournemouth Sevens in front of the crowd, chanting my name, and begging for one more song at the end. I know, it's special. Like, you'll never be able to take that away from him. So
definitely a story to tell the grandkids about.
100%. It's something special. You know, from going to festivals a few years ago, I never would have expected coming back to, you know, a big festival in my hometown, doing something, you know, meaningful, positive, and have so much fun with it as well. It feels amazing. I mean, yesterday, Dudley and Simon going all the way through the crowd in Joel Corey, asking people their dreams. You know, you can't write it. Dudley, talk a little bit about that.
Amazing experiences, but having the reason to sort of be there as well. Like, it's like 10 times better. Doing real life experiences. I don't think I would enjoy just standing there in the tent. Maybe if I was drunk, I might have enjoyed it. I don't know. I probably wouldn't remember it. But doing these experiences with an actual reason to be there whilst filming, and we'll always have that memory. You know, I love like the videos we've done in the past as well. We can always just go back when we're on trips and stuff. We seem to always just watch old videos because it sparks so many memories, and it's so nice. And yeah, to look back on what we've done, I think it's
a special way to live your life, you know, and to experience.
This is actually
these
my
things,
first like proper festival experience, and yeah, I'm kind of glad about that. I was actually supposed to come to this festival a few years ago, but it got cancelled because of COVID, and then I wasn't old enough before that, and I'm really proud to say it's my first time sort of here doing and having a reason to sort of be here.
Classic, you know, Simon Squibb mantra, but it just shows, you know, having a purpose to your life, a purpose to the things that you do, just makes life so much more enjoyable and feel way more meaningful, because like you can still do fun things, you can still travel the world, still do whatever you want, but having a big reason to do it, a North Star to follow, just makes getting out of bed so much easier, it makes getting motivated so much easier. And that's probably, you know, one of the biggest things I've learned, you know, working with you guys, working with Simon. Yeah,
giving purpose to things. And we've also given purpose to this chair. You know, this chair's just been sitting in the staircase. It was ordered by mistake by Ben, our intern at the time, now the content wizard. And yeah, we're able to use it. It feels nice to be able to use stuff.
Ben thought when he was ordering it, right, that this was 6 chairs. His order was, all right, you guys will probably know the vegan patty lady, Natasha, who we helped. We put on the big event at the staircase where she cooked the world's largest vegan patty for everybody. Ben's task was order 6 chairs so we can, you know, have judges sat on them and a table so that we can have people sat around it and eat. Ben unwraps it from Amazon. He goes, oh, I'm like, what's up, Ben? And he rolls this thing out.
It's like a spike strip. We'll roll a bit of B-roll. It literally is like when police are trying to stop a car, they just release the spike strip. It's the chair version of that. I love it.
And now with Dudley's dream van and this weird think of 6 chairs. We're kind of like the travelling circus at HelpBnk now. But I mean, again, because we have a reason to come places, we have a purpose. I don't think it matters. And I mean, bolstered by the success and how well known Simon's face is these days. I mean, people will give us a lot of love. I must say, I wasn't sure what to expect coming to events like this at festivals, stopping people, asking them to come and pitch your dream to win £1,000, because that's what we're doing this weekend. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but people love it, to be honest, and even drunk people, even people who are here to have the time of their life, they stop and they think, and they do actually have a dream, and they do have something that they want to do. And even if they don't, they're really nice and really positive, and it kind of shows to me that, you know, people are good.
I've been surprised actually how many people have come up this weekend, especially like of a younger demographic. Like,
well, we do have a picture of Simon on the side of the van. That definitely helps. But yeah,
Simon helps.
I'm feeling like a bit more recognition for HelpBnk as a brand this time around, definitely.
But it's been nice because, you know, the demographic here is like what, 18, 19, 20, 21-ish, right? And all these kids are coming up and they've got a dream and they want to say nice things. It's just nice coming from that younger audience, because I think naturally our audience has been more sort of like, you know, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, right?
Yeah.
Where people start thinking about their life and what they want to do. So it's nice that in a way we're waking up the youth.
Well, exactly. I mean, again, I came to this festival a few years ago. When I was coming, I would have been, you know, I think I was 18 when I first came.
Yeah.
I had drive, I had ambition, I had the muscle there, but because of, I guess, lack of role models, lack of being taught the right stuff in the education system, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I had no idea how I could do it. So I went to uni in London, you know, just so I could go and try and find some inspiration of what to do. And if someone came up to me, age 18, and firstly asked me my dream and made me think about it, and secondly, you know, showed me a path, you know, you can work for yourself, you can have financial freedom and make a positive impact on the world just by taking these certain steps, it would have changed my life. So
does it annoy you that some of that energy is kind of being lost?
No, because it's all life experience, you know, and I always say, you know, I've got a lot of energy, quite a hyperactive person. I'm glad that it's put to positive use now.
Yeah.
But when I was off the rails, as you could say, you know, coming to festivals, going on holidays, it's still life experience, and it makes you realize after a while that, you know what, like, that's not what life's all about. Like, it has its time, and it's good to do it, and I guess, well, for me, get it out of my system.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But I learned very young that, you know, that's not what life's about. Life's about more than just living for the weekend, partying, and I'm grateful. One, that I got it out of my system, and then two, that I found role models and, you know, met people like yourselves, and obviously you introducing me to Simon, and just having my eyes open to what the world can be, what life can be, and the impact you can have if you put your mind to it.
I've been through that party phase too, and I tell you what, there's no fucking greater high than the high I felt last night when we gave Erreflow the money and everyone's chanting his name. It's just, it's different.
Yeah.
It's so different, and it's the best fucking way to do this stuff, you know?
The physical reality as well, helping someone. We get that instant reward. Normally, like, some of the people we help, it's often months after we help them that we get that kind of, they've done it. But with Erreflow on the set, it was absolutely fantastic.
I wish I could bottle the feeling that I feel on, you know, days like today, nights like last night.
Everyone
give it to
needs
people,
to feel it. Everyone needs to feel
just
that
to
feeling.
give you a taste of, you know, what life can be about. Like, we're not anybody special. Like, granted, we have an amazing opportunity being able to work together and build something so special, but like anyone can build something special, anyone can find a purpose, and anyone can build a life that is aligned to you. And, you know, being able to go to Dubai, meet people that we idolize, get exciting content, you know, come to festivals, have a reason to be here and help people, work with friends, make a difference. Like, it's something that I could have only dreamed of when I was younger. But anyone can do that, right? Like, if you just have an idea of what you want to do, you're not going to get there straight away, but you take steps to get there. You take steps to, you know, become free, learn skills, meet people, find mentors, all of these things. Like, life can literally be a manifestation of what you want it to be if you're willing to put in the work, take action, take risk, and make it happen.
Some people are born with money, but no one is born successful, in my opinion.
No.
Like, literally anything is possible. I was actually watching into Richard Hammond's story. We actually interviewed him last summer, and I was seeing him on a couple of interviews and things, and his sort of journey of getting into there, and he was doing radio, like trying really hard. You look at these people and you think, it's them, you know, they're them, but they weren't them. They've become those kind of high profile people, and I think anyone can do it with the right knowledge and guidance and the drive to do it.
And that's what we're here for,
really,
to unlock that for everyone.
Special,
Yeah. Well, I must say, boys, I'm grateful to be here with all of you, and
Likewise.
fucking grateful to be working on.
It feels like a weekend off, but we have been
It's definitely not been a weekend
we're
off.
out of our, we're out of our normal environment though.
Well, it's a bank holiday tomorrow.
Oh, that's not happening. Bank holidays don't exist,
It's
man.
the HelpBnk holiday.
The
which
HelpBnk
means,
holiday.
I think
It means
editing
we're
all
open
day,
for
to be honest.
business.
Yeah.
Getting through. I think we've got around a terabyte of content as well this time. It's still a long way to go at the time we're recording this as well. So, yeah, excited to put all of that out and yeah.
So we're about to wrap up, but literally just as we stopped recording, Erreflow's turned up, ready for his second set. So Erreflow, how you doing, man?
Good. I'm feeling very good.
Ronald, do you sleep okay?
Tell me how you're feeling, man.
Wow, I'm feeling so happy.
Might have to speak into the mic.
I'm feeling so happy because this is a big opportunity for me. You know what I mean? And all these things happen to me is like a dream. It's like a dream.
A dream come true.
The dream come
You
true.
could say, yeah.
Seriously,
What
man.
was the moment like when you got thrown up in the air? Had you ever
Wow.
had anything like that before?
The most moment epic. It was like all the people around me. They say one more song.
Yeah.
One more song.
Yeah, we were watching through the footage this morning. It was
You know?
it was like almost even better. Kind of when you're in that moment, I was also filming stuff, so I wasn't really like that switched onto it. But yeah, that was on camera. It looks amazing.
I
yeah.
feeling
really wanted more. Yeah.
I feeling in my skin, in my blood.
Yeah.
All this positive vibe, you know, and these people give me this energy, this big energy for my soul. Wow.
It shows you anything is possible, right? You can do it. You should have belief in yourself, man, because they loved it. The people loved it. I honestly couldn't believe your song choices. They were so good, so spot on. The vibe was so perfect for the crowd. It was like you've been doing it a lifetime, man.
Was it a set list, or did you kind of tailor it to the crowd and what people were wanting? Because there was a lot more sort of hip hop and things to begin with on that set than sort of previous things. I think it worked really well. People wanted that at that time. Was it kind of? Did you have it all listed out before? Yeah. Wow, that's really well planned out. Yeah, people loved it. People loved that. Yeah.
For me, the most important when you try to become a DJ or maybe a art or guitar player, you know what I mean? So the most important is improvising again, and feeling all the love and give. You know what I mean?
100%.
You know what you tried to say.
100%. There's a lot of love there for you last night. A lot of love on the internet for you, of course. And when we put out the next stage of your story, you know, people are going to be so inspired by it. What advice would you give someone who was in the position you were before, you know, with a dream, who hasn't made it happen yet? What advice would you give to someone?
Well, I don't know what I have to say, but so the first thing is and join us this process, because I think it's the most important now.
What did your wife say to you?
Sorry.
What did your wife say to you on the way home?
Oh,
Is she proud of you?
yes.
Yeah.
All my family called me last night. My mother, my father. You did it. You made it. We're proud with you. You know. And this morning when I checked my DM on Instagram,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Lot of people send me love, send me.
Yeah. Well,
Different
when we
message.
put this video out as well, it'll go to even more people. Yeah, we haven't. This is next day, so we haven't had time to edit it yet. But when it goes out, you'll see. Hopefully, have loads of bookings and things, and loads of followers, and start a social media following from that. This is just the start, really.
Yeah.
It can't really, go any lower. Sort of, it's only going to go upwards from here.
Just the start of a very successful career for you, man. I can feel it. You've got the drive, you've got the passion. We were just saying before you came, actually, you know, your humbleness and your willing to take opportunities and make things happen is incredible. You know what? A lot of people let opportunities pass them by. You're not one of those people. You took every opportunity we gave you, you grasped it by the balls, and you made it happen. And seriously, we're so proud of you, man. And
Absolutely.
you've done amazing. And we also just want to say thanks, to Dodge and the festival team here. And they've got a team of 8 people, and with such short notice, for allowing us to have the stand, by allowing you to have not 1 but 2 sets out of the festival.
Yes.
Thanks to them as well. They've really come through for you, well deserved, and all round I'm just so happy that we've been able to make it happen.
Wow, man.
When's the next set?
Next step, so like I say, I like to improvise.
Yeah.
I like us every time. I like to improvise. So I don't know what's happening. What's
when
happening?
are you next going to perform though? When's the next performance going to be?
Well, we've now hired you, right?
the
So we've now hired you. You're going to come and perform at our staircase.
So someone asking me by Instagram, and I think he's very interested in me, and maybe he hired me, and it's like a small event, like a boiler room.
Yep.
In London.
Cool. Yeah.
So
Nice.
I need to talk with him and.
Wow.
Well, this is it, man. Now once people start seeing your talent, people are just gonna book you more and more and more. And of course, sometimes, sure, it's slow to get started, but every time you do it, more people like what they hear, more people you meet, more people to give you opportunities, and it'll just scale up from there. And we're really excited to hire you. We're giving you £3,000 to come and perform at the staircase. It was fake money, but we're going to give you the real money, obviously transferred to you. We mint that because we can't wait for you to host a party for us at HelpBnk.
I never do this job like a DJ for money.
Yeah.
Because this is my passion.
Yeah.
This is my passion. So I think the money is very important.
Yeah.
Because you need everyone needs some money.
It's important to be
bills,
sustainable.
For pay to rent.
Allow you to do more of what you love, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my religion.
100%. Well, listen, man, look, we're so proud of you. Thank you for pulling through. Thank you for making it happen. You've got a second set today for 2 hours, which is pretty crazy. But I'm sure you'll smash it.
Yeah,
so thank you so much, man.
It's gonna be good day today.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice one.
All right. Well done.